guys. Okay, so I'm just here with a quickish craft haul video, which I meant to do last week, and then yeah, things took a different turn. So yeah, I have had a few questions with regards to the tray that I use when I'm doing show and tells, and you know, my recent I don't know where I've put it. Oh, it's there. My recent DigiKit preview video, show and tell video. I lay them out like this and put them on. Yeah, it's just a tray. It's just a bog standard serving platter. It's melamine. Yeah, and I love it because it's very similar. It's not the same pattern as my desk, but it's very similar tones to my desk. So it just kind of, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I need that. But yeah, so not only did I get that one, what you haven't seen is I got these two. Well, I got this one, same design, but I got two of them. These are just kind of, as you can see, longer and thinner, and my idea is to just put them over there, which you can't see, but I have a few things just stacked up there against the wall, is to just put them over there with things on. That way, because they're all just there kind of loose. But if I want to do a bigger project here on the desk, I think it'd be easier to have that stuff on trays, and then I could just pick the tray up and move it rather than moving everything individually. Yeah, so I got those. So you may actually in videos see part of this showing, because that's it now, or maybe not. I'll say that's it now up against the wall. Well, yeah, you may see part of it showing in videos, in future videos. But yeah, so I got those two, and then of course, like you do, I spotted these, and again they're exactly the same, but these are like little dishes, and they're just so cute. Yeah, so I decided, oh, I'll have some of them, and I grabbed 4. Yeah, they also come with awesome tissue paper. I grabbed 4 of them, and then I looked again and I thought, do you know what, for the price of them, I'll grab, there were just them 3 left. I thought, do you know what, for the price of them, I'm grabbing them all. So I grabbed those as well. And the receipt isn't in the bag, but from what I can remember, this was £4. These were also £4 each, and these were £1.50. Were they £1.50 or £2, something like that, but I couldn't resist. I think they were £1.50. And I got them from our local Asda, which to some of you guys, you probably won't have them in your stores, but our Asda quite a few years ago was taken over by Walmart. It's been taken over again since by a different company. I can't remember who it is. But yeah, so like I said, at one point our Asda's was taken over by Walmart. They just never changed the name because Asda's is a very well-known brand, like shop here in town, and they were worried about changing the name and people thinking it were a different store and not going, so they just stayed with the Asda name. But yeah, so maybe you guys might be able to get something very similar in your Walmart stores. But yeah, I absolutely loved them. So yeah, I kind of cleared the shelf. They had loads of these left, but this is all they had when I went in at the time. This is all they had in these, and I was like, I'm having them because I thought they'd be really useful to just dot around the desk to put little bits in, like, excuse me, when I'm crafting, throw bits in, like cut off bits, garbage tubs type thing, and throw bits of fussy cuts and stuff, like collecting and gathering sort of thing. So all the little knick-knacky stuff, bits of lace and ribbon that I want to use in a project, I can just have these several little tubs dotted around on the desk with bits and bats in for when it'll be useful for a project that I'm doing. But yeah, but then like I said, these two I'm going to put along the wall there, on the desk along the wall there, with my knickknacks on that are just on the desk loose, so if I want to move them, it'll be easier to move them on the tray. And this one is being used as you see me use it now. It's just there to give me a nice backdrop for show and tell videos and things like that, because it just gives me a nice neutral background. But yeah, so that's that. And these were bought ages ago. I mean, you've seen me using this tray quite a lot. So yeah, that's that. A few weeks ago I took a trip after my jelly printing session and running out of white paint. I used white gesso, which is fine because I have a lot of it, but I do use gesso quite a bit behind the scenes, but I do use gesso quite a bit. So we took a trip to B&M Bargains, our local B&M Bargains. I forgot what I did. I went for something else actually, but whilst we were there, oh no, I did actually go for paint, but whilst we were there I got some other stuff, but that were more home related stuff, home garden related stuff, but I did actually go for paint. And I went with all the intentions of buying some paint like I was already using in my videos. When I did the jelly printing videos, I have these paints which came in a box, and they're just the little ones, all different colours. Well, when I got there, they only had one box left, and some of the paints in the box had actually spilled out. Yeah, some of the paints that were in the box, probably the heat had expanded them, and when you first open them there's a little foil seal on them. Well, when I looked in the box, some of the paints had leaked out and they were all over. I thought, oh, that's no good then, is it? And then I spotted these. They had these, which is the same stuff, acrylic paint, Brunel Franklin. It's the same paints, but in bigger tubes. I thought, oh right, and they were 3 for a £5, which were okay because the box that these came in were £5.99. So I'm like, okay, right, all right then, we'll get 3 of them. And they didn't have all the colours, but they had about 5 or 6 different colours, including white. So I thought, oh, I'll grab them. But again, you can see the silver foil bit there. Again, a few of these tubes that were on the shelf, the foil had, someone had either opened it or maybe the heat had expanded and broken it, and the paint had leaked out into the cap and it were all over the bottle, so I'm not getting them. And these were the only 3. There were these 3 and I think it was another red one. Yeah, so there were these 3 and then another red one that was not, not opened or leaked, that were just still as was. So I only got these 3, and I got the Viridian because I used that when I did jelly printing and I really liked it. I got the cadmium red, and then I got the burnt umber. Yeah, so I got those, and then I found these. These are like the kids' paints. It's just white paint. These are 200ml tubes as well, so they're a lot bigger than these. These are 36ml. Yeah, so, and then I spotted these, and these are 500ml. They also had this in white, in this white one. But in these big tubes, again, 3 for a £5, but it had all leaked out everywhere, and they're only 200ml tubes. These, however, are 500, and these were in the kids section. These were like in the more artisty side section. These are in the kids crafty section, and it was like, do you know what, white paint is white paint, especially when you're jelly printing. And I proved that with gesso. It doesn't matter about the quality. And these were £2 each, or 3 for a £5 as well. So I was like, okay, so I got 3. And then I got 3 more. So I now have plenty of white paint. Yeah, so that was my B&M Bargains haul, craft haul. And then, well, no, not last week, sorry, the week before, I've lost a week. We've been in hospital last weekend. Yeah, the Tuesday before, me and my mum went to Oswald Twistle Mills, and she went to actually buy some books for Taty Pie, grandbaby number 4. Yeah, she went to buy some Little Miss, like the Mr. Men series, the Little Miss books. They didn't have them in the store. We had to pre-order them online and then go pick them up from there. But of course, while she were doing that, I went in the crafty section and spent a fortune. I am so bad. Yeah. Pads, again, don't even need them, but I wanted them. But I don't think I did too bad, to be honest. And paint, yeah. So I spotted these. Now, I mean, all right, I could just cut up any sponge, but they're only £1, and I'm like, oh, cool, art sponges. Yeah, I spotted those. I thought they would be quite cool, probably for jelly printing, just a bit of extra texture. So I grabbed them. There's 6 of them for £1. Why I got this, I don't know. You know, like you do when you're there, you think, oh, I'll get one of them. Why, I don't know, because it's just a pad full of coloured paper. And I have drawers full of coloured paper here, you know. And then this I didn't mind. I do actually use the small scrapbooking paper pads. It's the bigger ones that I don't use, and this was a travel themed one, and I really liked it. It's nice and neutral, and you know, there's a map. You get 3 of each as well. There's the stamps one, which I've got in a bigger pad. Just some text, another map. That's lovely background, grungy background, I love that. Another map. I like the maps in these, a nice sea themed one, anchors, boats and stuff. And then just like a paper type one, some more text, and that's it. And I thought, oh, I like that, so I grabbed 2. And then I looked and it was like, oh, well, you know, they're all there on their own, so I grabbed all of them. Like you do. So I ended up with 6. All the same, but I ended up with 6. So I'm like, yeah, cool. Honestly, but I do actually use the smaller ones for a different project, so that's not so bad. And then I saw these, which are artist sketch pads, and they're 130 GSM papers, A5 size, and they were £1 a book, and there's 72 sheets. And I thought, well, do you know what, for £1 a book, that's cheap, for the amount that you get in it. And of course it's got the perforation there, so that's cool. Although I don't mind this bit when you tear it off, but it's got the perforation, so I thought, yep, jelly smaller jelly prints would be ideal. So I grabbed 3 of those. They actually had 3, so I grabbed 3, but I would have grabbed a few anyway at that price. And then I hit up the kids section and grabbed some more paints, because these are only £1. Again, there are 300ml tubes, which are bigger than them, but not as big as these at 500. But yeah, and these are just the general primary colours. I got a black one because I kind of do want to do a bit of grungy, so these were only £1 a bottle as well. So I grabbed a black one. I basically grabbed one of every colour. They had all the colours there apart from... Oh no, yeah, they had all the colours there. Oh, apart from white. They had all the colours there apart from white, but I weren't bothered about that because obviously I have all them. But yeah, so I got a black one. I ummed and ahed about that one, but I thought, you know what, get it anyway, because you want to do a bit of grunge and, you know, that'll be useful. So I grabbed a black one, I grabbed a blue one, a red one, orange, yellow and green. So I think I'm pretty alright for coloured paint, well, for paint in general now, and I have still got these left, but as I said when I were printing, some of these look like they've got paint in them, but they're actually nearly empty. Some of them I'll probably have to cut the tubes and scoop it out with a palette knife or something. But yeah, we'll get to that. Well, you know, I'll do that when I get to it. And some of them, that one has, but some of them when I was doing the jelly printing, noticed that actually haven't even been opened. Some of these. But yeah, so, but I forgot with these ones, I forgot when I come to use them that the kids have been using, the grandchildren had been using them previously. But yeah, anyway, so that is my haul, and I am going to love you and leave you now, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!